Hi friends, this is Carmen. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. My channel is all about succulents and cacti in my balcony garden and houseplants. Lots of houseplants in an apartment setting. So if that's something that interests you and you want to learn some more about, make sure before you leave to hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like too. Today I've got some plants that I want to share with you that have really brought me some joy in January. Beginning of the year, things were a little bit uneasy, but I think we're going to settle down now and enjoy our plants. And these plants have really been doing well for me. A couple of them I thought I was not going to be able to do well with them, but I pleasantly surprised myself. So I'll show you who they are. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's start off with a couple of plants that were new to me. The genus was new to me and I wasn't really sure how I was going to do with them. I'm still not sure because it's early days. So first and foremost, I want to start off with this Begonia Maculata. And this was my first begonia. I did not know how I was going to do with them because I had heard, you know, that they were a little bit difficult. They needed a lot of humidity, which I felt now in the plant room with a good humidifier, I could provide that. So I went ahead and got this Maculata, and look at all these new leaves. Oh, my hands are shaking. I'm sorry. My diabetes. Look at all these new leaves that it's given off for me, and even more down here that she's given off right there. Now, some of the leaves did have some crispiness to them, like this one here has some crispiness on the end and the center there, but overall she's giving off leaves and she's happy. She's right on top of the humidifier, so I can't get her any closer other than put her inside of the humidifier. So she's doing well. You can see there, those are mosquito bits that I've put on top, so when I water, that solution will go down through the soil because I've been having some fungus gnat issues lately in here and in the living room. So I've put out a fresh little bit of mosquito bits, and I put out some sticky strips trying to catch them and everything, and that's helped a lot. But yeah, the fungus gnats are really an issue for me right now. But this one, and look right here, it's giving off, I don't know if that's I think that's a leaf right there, or a flower maybe. I don't know what their flowers look like, so let me know, friends. I think that just may be a leaf there. But anyways, she's doing really well and I'm happily surprised with myself. I did get a Rex begonia too. She's doing okay. She's lost a couple of leaves, but she's got more leaves left than she's lost, so that ratio is good. And she's doing really well too. She's real close to the humidifier. So yeah, I think begonias are going to do well with me. I'd love to find another cane begonia and add some more of these, because I think these are easier than the Rex begonias. Now, another genus that I kind of ventured into last year, and I'm doing actually pretty good, is ferns. And I did not take this out of its hanging basket. This is my Kangaroo Paw Fern. Let me sit back a little bit so you can take in all of her beauty. And I just have her hanging here on the bamboo armoire thing that I have there, and she's doing great. She has lost some leaves, some crispiness, but look at inside there. Let's see if I get all of the little runners that she has, the roots, and the oh my goodness, let me just see if I can show you this. And the leaves that are coming out of that, really, really well. Now what I do with this one is, because they've got so many roots and those aerial roots on top here, I'm afraid of top watering her to cause root rot. So what I do is I put the spout right here at the edge, and I fill up this bottom saucer And you can see the water just go right up the pot. And I do that about 3 times until I see that the wicking up of the water slows down or stops. And she seems to like that. And it avoids doing the top watering, and it still gets water to the roots. But I'm really happy with how she's doing. I mean, she still looks wonderful. She's giving off new leaves. Sometimes there's crunchy leaves, and that's to be expected. But overall, she's giving off a lot of the aerial roots that will in turn give off leaves like this. Okay, so this Kangaroo Paw Fern is one that I'm really happy with and doing great. My other ferns too, I have a crocodile fern and an curly fern, I think it's called. Those are doing good. Little bit of crispiness, but I don't think that you can avoid any type of crispiness, you know, with ferns at all, even though I have them right next to the humidifier. So there you go. Now, I wanted to share with you the Sansevieria next. This here is the Sansevieria Fernwood Mikado. I've had this 2.5 years now. And I used to have it outside, and after a little while, it didn't like it outside because you see here how it's kind of burnt there. So then I brought it inside and I put it right in front of the east-facing patio window. And since I've done that, it's given off these 2 leaves. And look at the variegation on that. Isn't that beautiful? And this one is so tall. It's a good 3 feet maybe from the base. And now these are the leaves normally have like a concave center here, but this one is, well, I can barely feel it. It's very, very narrow, but it's long. And this thing just does not fuss for me. I mean, I water it maybe once a month. And if anything, it pokes me because it's right near where I leave my shoes and slippers and all that, right near where Rosie's bed is. So I'm around that area a lot. And if anything, you know, it may poke me when I'm in that area. But such an easy plant, slow grower, because, you know, 2.5 years and you know, this is what she's given off, but they're still beautiful, still beautiful. So Sansevieria, I know they're Dracaena. Fernwood Mikado is my 3rd plant. Beautiful structure to this plant. Now, the next ones, you're going to have to bear with me because they're big. And the pots are big and kind of heavy. Excuse me, Rosie. Here's Rosie, right by me as I'm filming. She's just laying down there. She was on her bed. And now she's laying here. Right, Rosie? Rosie. Love you, baby. So, you may remember not too long ago, I purchased this white bird of paradise for this pot that had little bluebirds on it. And at the time, it had, let me see, 1 leaf that was curled up and did not unfurl. Well, here's the leaf. Look how big and luscious and shiny that leaf is. And so it's starting to, you know, go this way because, you know, one leaf goes this way, one leaf goes that way type of thing. So it's starting to go this way to make room for another leaf to come out here that would go this way. But one little trick that a subscriber told me when I had the leaf unfurling, they mentioned to me to spritz it with water, and that will help avoid any cracking of the leaf while it's unfurling. And I did do that. About once a day, I would just go over there and spritz the whole plant and the leaf that was unfurling, and there were no cracks on it. This was from when I got it and brought it home, but all the new leaves that it has are in wonderful condition. Such a beautiful statement plant. And I did repot it once I got it because I had to put it into an 8-inch pot so it would fit in this pot. But it did well in the repot. It seems to be doing okay, and it's right next to my Monstera Deliciosa, right in front of the window. It gets medium light right now in the winter time. It gets medium light because of the way that the sun is shifted further south. Not as bright of a light comes through that window right now, so it's doing well even in medium light. I'm really happy with it, and I don't know if it will ever bloom for me. I doubt it because I don't think I have the right conditions for it, but I purchased it for its foliage, not necessarily for it to bloom for me one day. I purchased it for the foliage, and I'm really, really happy with it too. So that is my 4th plant, the white bird of paradise. Good thing this needs watering and it's light. Okay, you see me? Yeah, here I am. So this is my Philodendron Burle Marx. And you guys probably remember when I got her from Plant Stand of Arizona, and it was $45, I think, $49, something like that. And I was so happy with it. And it's been a really good plant, a hardy plant. Let me tell you why, because, let me see if I can find a leaf. Because not too long after I got it, well, I don't think there's any leaves left that have damage on them. Not too long after I got it, I noticed on it some really weird little patterns, like little worms. Well, here's one that has a little bit, let's see, with like really weird little light yellow pattern on it. And I had a few leaves back here with that. And I freaked out because I just, you know, had wanted this plant so bad, and I was not going to lose it to anything. I still don't know exactly what it was. I believe it may have been thrips just from the pattern. So I got the insecticidal soap and I treated it. Every single leaf wiped down, top, bottom, stems, everything. And I did that once a week for 3 weeks, cut off the real bad leaves that were starting to really yellow, and it got better. It's still, you can see here, it's still giving off lots of new growth in there. Now it's kind of bare back here and really lots over here because I have it, you probably see it in my videos when I'm at my table behind me there by the door, and it's facing this way to the east facing window, so that's why all the leaves are that way. I probably need to turn it, but I have not repotted it. I left it in this really chunky mix that it came in, and I was happy with that, and it seems to be loving it. I don't see any roots or anything coming out the bottom, but I water this pretty much. I do use a moisture meter on this every time I go to check it for watering. I don't trust my finger or anything like that. And so probably about every 2, maybe every 3 weeks, because it's such a big pot, and it seems to like that okay with filtered water. And it does well in this medium light, again, because the sun is further south. Right now, this window, east-facing window, is medium light, and it's a good 10, 11 feet back from that window, and it's doing great. It's giving off 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's got like about 6 new leaves ready to grow up, and there has been no more sign of any weird little things on the leaves or creatures or anything like that. So that worked out really well. So I'm really happy with it. That is the Philodendron Burle Marx. Another great, oh Lordy, another great big plant that I absolutely love. Okay, so I want to show you now one plant that I'm struggling with. And if this one doesn't make it, I am not going to try again with this type of plant. Kind of like the whole Calathea situation. I tried with like 2 or 3 different ones. None of them made it. And I was like, no. So this spider plant, when I bought it, 4 months ago maybe, it was beautiful, long, lush, happy. Look at it now. Look how depressed it is. I had it in my bedroom, east-facing window, but little light, but I do have a grow light there. But she still wasn't happy. Still losing leaves, browning, coming off. I think this whole plantlet right here is like ready to come out. That looks rotten. So I brought her into the room here. She's in good soil, fresh soil, because I did repot her into a nice chunky mix. And I water her to keep her evenly moist, which she's still a little bit moist. Yeah, she's still moist. And I brought her in here under the grow light, thinking, okay, maybe she needs more light. So she's right under the grow light, and we'll see what happens, because that was 2 days ago that I brought her in here, so I don't really expect to see a whole lot. Now there is one little growth right here. You see that? That one right there. That's a good sign. But I think it may be that she needs more light. Let me know in the comments down below, friends, if that's been your experience with spider plants, because I'll tell you what. If this one doesn't make it, this is my second one in my planthood life that I have tried, and the same thing happened with the previous one. Could not make it happy. And I know they're so easy for some people, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So let me know in the comments what you believe, and if I'm doing the right thing in putting it under the more intense grow light to get it closer to the grow light. Okay? Well, there you have it, friends. Those are the plants that for January have really, truly given me joy, and just, you know, make it so wonderful to be a plant parent. I'm so glad that you were here for me to share them with you. And thank you so much for all of your support and for stopping by and visiting with me and Rosie today. I will see you in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.